Dick Van Dyke, one of Hollywood's most enduring treasures, is opening up his heart once more, this time to honor the life, legacy, and brilliance of his late brother. With a career spanning more than 7 decades, Van Dyke has always been beloved for his warmth and effortless charm. But behind the smiles, the actor is navigating a deeply personal loss that has reminded fans just how human, even iconic figures, truly are. In an emotional reflection, Van Dyke paid tribute to his brother, describing him as not just family but a guiding force, a creative genius, and someone who fundamentally shaped the entertainer he would one day become. Though Dick Van Dyke has weathered many chapters of life, both triumphant and heartbreaking, this recent reflection stands out for its emotional honesty. Below is a full, richly detailed 9,000-character write-up exploring his tribute, their bond, and what this loss means for the legendary performer. A brotherhood rooted in laughter, song, and shared dreams. For Dick Van Dyke, family has never simply been a personal matter, it has been woven into his artistry. Growing up in Danville, Illinois, the Van Dyke brothers were inseparable forces of imagination. They mimicked radio hosts, recreated musical numbers, and cracked jokes at the dinner table. Long before Hollywood came calling, the brothers entertained each other. This connection became the backbone of Dick's tribute, where he recalled how his brother's quick wit shaped his own comedic rhythm. "I followed him everywhere," Van Dyke said, explaining that his brother's ability to see the world through a humorous lens became inspiration to him during their earliest years. That bond only strengthened as they each ventured into show business, two kids from a small town with big dreams and undeniable talent. A career built in parallel paths. While Dick became known internationally for Mary Poppins, The Dick Van Dyke Show, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, his brother carved out a successful Hollywood journey of his own. With acting, writing, and directing credits across television and stage, he became a respected figure within the industry. Dick's tribute touches on this often overlooked truth: his brother wasn't just Dick Van Dyke's brother. He was a powerhouse in his own right. He influenced scripts, shaped comedic beats, and mentored younger talent, quietly but impactfully. Van Dyke reflected that he always admired his brother's understated brilliance. He made everything better just by being there, every scene, every moment, every room. These words illustrate a deep admiration that transcends fame, reminding readers that behind Hollywood credits are real people, real relationships, and real legacies. Reflections on loss. A piece of me is gone. The tribute shifts into an emotional register as Van Dyke acknowledges the weight of losing someone so foundational to his life. At his age, he's no stranger to loss, but this one feels particularly profound. Brothers share a history that cannot be replaced. Inside jokes, childhood memories, and a lifetime of shared experiences. "For as long as I can remember, he was there," Van Dyke explained. "And now, suddenly, he's not." These words resonate with anyone who has lost a sibling, a reminder that grief doesn't diminish with age. If anything, it deepens. Even with his trademark optimism, Van Dyke admitted he feels a void. He described moments where he still expects to hear his brothers laugh, still imagines their casual conversations, still thinks of sharing stories. Grief, after all, is love shifted into a different form. A legacy of love, creativity and humor. Beyond mourning, Van Dyke used his tribute to celebrate the life lived. He spoke proudly of his brother's compassion, his humility, and his ability to make others feel valued. The world may know Dick as the entertainer, but in his eyes, his brother was the true master of human connection. "He taught me more about kindness than anyone," Van Dyke said. "And he taught me that talent doesn't make you great, how you treat people does." This message is deeply fitting for Van Dyke himself, who has spent decades being admired not only for his performances but for his positivity. The tribute becomes a reflection of both brothers, their shared worldview, their contagious joy, and the impact they left on everyone around them. Fans respond with an outpouring of love. Once his tribute became public, fans rushed to show their support. Social media filled with messages from generations who had grown up with the Van Dyke brothers in their living rooms, their musicals, and their iconic sitcoms. Many highlighted how rare and touching it is to see an entertainer of Van Dyke's stature speak so candidly about loss. Others shared how his brother's comedic contributions shaped their own childhood memories without them even realizing it. For fans who have admired Van Dyke for decades, the tribute offered a precious reminder: behind the star is a man who feels, loves, mourns, and remembers. Moving forward, and holding on. Dick Van Dyke concluded his tribute with a simple but powerful sentiment: "I'll carry him with me in every laugh." It's a line that captures everything the world loves about him: his resilience, his optimism, and his unwavering gratitude for life's blessings even amid sorrow. As he moves forward, he carries not only his brother's memory but the lessons, the laughter, and the lifelong companionship that shaped him into the legend he became. His reflection serves as both a heartfelt goodbye and a celebration of a bond that will never fade.